What's going on, guys? Welcome to Tuesday night. I'm going to tell you straight up, I was this close to not having a live stream tonight. Mark Wolf is here. It has been a crazy busy week, and I was really concerned that I might not get here in time. And my good friends talked me into it. And so I am super excited to see all you guys here early, chatting away like you're all BFFs. That is amazing to me. I love that. So, I'm going to say hi to people. And guys, before I forget, and I'm probably already going to forget, we are praying for Lynn. We are praying, my good friend that we are praying for with the lung cancer. We're still praying for Kim. Floss. We're praying for Floss. She is in recovery. She announced it on the stream. Had her hip replaced. Pray for Floss. Pray for Lynn, and pray. Bill is still here. Okay, guys, let's say hi to some people. Vanderella is here, and let me tell you, as a nurse, working a 12-hour shift is hard. A lot of people will do 2 in a row. Some people will do 3 in a row. That's what I did like all my life, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Kelly has done 6 in a row. She is off tonight, and she's in the chat, and she works the next 5 shifts. I don't know how she did that to herself, but she may need a nurse when she's done. Definitely is going to need a steak dinner and some me time. So we'll have to make that happen. I'll have to go home for a little bit. I'm going to say hi to people. Patty A, first in the house. The normal suspects are here tonight. All of you guys, you know who you are. Hello, hello, hello. Kaylee asking me about sewer or septic. And although I did a whole bunch of phone calls today, but it's my understanding that we will have like 1,000-gallon tank that will get buried with laterals, and that is our option. But we're van lifers, and that's going to be down the road. I highly doubt that that's going to take place in 2024. If one of you guys win the lottery or play the lottery, I don't play it. I should play it. If you win the lottery, donate 25,000 to Midwest Van Builders now, and we'll get a septic. Now, it is an expensive project, and it's in phase like 2 or 3. Phase 1 is the driveway, the pad up at the top, and a barn that I can start working out of with electric. That's phase 1, and we are knee deep. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight after I finish saying hi to some people. Looking forward to tonight's live. Lynn, thank you so much for being here. I hope you are feeling well. Have your feet elevated, a cold drink in your hand, and enjoying tonight's company. Let's see here. Laura Kramer in the house saying hello to everybody. Gracie saying that it's a breezy 97 already. Like, no way, no way, 97 already. I'd be coming north, Gracie, come north. I think they're all talking about the 97-degree temperatures. Tonight's thumbnail is amazing. And hello all, that's Kathy. Tonight's thumbnail is actually drone footage of the lake. And if you'll count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 vans are out there. Mark Wolf came in yesterday. He hung out with day before. I think yesterday, I think. I'm telling you what, man, it has been a long week. Let's see here. Good evening, everyone. Hello to my Canadian friends. Great picture, looks so inviting. It's amazing. And if you look at the thumbnail and you look at the lake, Patty mentioned today, she said, look at the lake. It kind of looks like a heart. And I'm not so sure how well you can see it from the thumbnail, but hands down, it looks like a heart. The lake does. It's amazing. I'd love to scuba dive in the pond, see what's all good down there. I'll tell you what's in there. There's a water snake in there. We saw it today. We pulled a turtle trap out of there. So with the sale of the land, I guess I inherited a turtle trap, and it had a big crab in it. Crawdad. So that was pretty cool. Fishing has been phenomenal out there. We're catching probably 8 to 10, 12-inch bass. There's a ton of like 3.5, 2.5 feet carp out there. And I think they put him in there to keep the pond clear. And there's some koi in there. We're going to research this better before we take them out, because it's a clean lake. And the excavator is going to help us. We've got a pipe that's got a 90 on it. We think it might be clogged. We're going to elevate that a little bit so that we can get the level of that pond up another foot. I'm going to hurry up and say hi to some people so that I can catch up with the chat, because I don't want to miss your comments or your questions. If you have a question, whether it's a van build or a property, whatever, put QQQ, SSS, whatever, JJJ, I don't care. Something noticeable so that I see it when I'm scrolling through here, because it goes by fast. Zeb and Deb are in the house. Well, aren't we all a little early? Absolutely, Lisa. Darcy at home editing. Thank you, Darcy, for being here. Debbie, my neighbor, in the house. Good to have you here always. I'm multitasking. Very good. Everybody's saying hi to Vanderella. Folk of the Forest is in the house. Good to see you here. I'm going to catch up. Hello to everyone. I'm catching up. My magpie is here. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for becoming a member on the channel. Blissful Ventures, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. All right. Hello, everyone. I just came in, a new friend to you, this channel. This is Kenneth Fordman on my second YouTube channel. Good to see you, Fordman. Derek in the house. Carp make great fertilizer. Oh, nice. Heart-shaped lake is a sign you made the right decision. Absolutely. Maybe catfish to keep it clean. Choose variety carefully. We think there's also some catfish in there. There's bass. There's bluegill and sunfish. There's carp. There's koi. And Zeb, the excavator, was talking to someone else who used to fish there, and they think that there's catfish in there as well, and they said they're big. And I will tell you, the best catfish fisherman that I know is my sister. So I will get Bobby out there with her little magic, and we will see just how big those catfish are. But I will tell you, he started fishing this morning while I was doing phone calls. Bernadette was having her coffee. Patty was staying warm. Mark was sleeping. Les caught 10 bass and 1 panfish. The bluegill are so big, and I don't know about you guys, but the bluegill that I've always caught, they get a certain size, and then their underbelly will start to turn a little yellow. It's hard to tell if they're bluegill or sunfish. If you know how to tell the difference, leave a comment down below. I haven't Googled it yet, and I know Google knows everything, but I trust you guys better than Google. Question, Johnny. Who stocked the lake? So for now on, well, A, it was stocked when we bought it. B, I don't think we'll ever have to stock it again. There are little bitty fish that just hatched. There are medium-sized fish that probably hatched last year, and all the way up the ladder. These fish have been breeding in there for years. This guy, I think he bought the land back before 2000. He had it surveyed in 2000. So I feel like they're just like, pretty soon we're going to have to catch some of these and have a fish fry, or the lake's going to get too crowded. So 10 bass, are you eating any? Absolutely. So what we're going to do is, once the platform. Once where we're going to put the barn and the kind of gathering area, once we get that in, we're going to have like a picnic party up there, and we're going to have a fish fry. We have to. And when we do, when we start catching these, I don't know if we're going to have like a fishing tournament and then everybody get the fish together and cook them, but we will not pull fish out of there that are too small. But these bluegill are bigger than my hand. The sunfish are bigger than my hand. Definitely ready to be eaten. And the water, I mean, it's clear. And we will deep fry them. Whoo, they're going to be so good. Stock up on cornmeal. Absolutely. Derek's coming. Here I come. Hope you are doing well too, Derek. I saw the surgery thing. That looks amazing. What's Bev going to do without you? You know what? When you have the gratitude, I don't know if that's the right word, but I am grateful to these guys. And, you know, something goes on, I'm over there. We wanted the UTV out at the property. Misty loaded it up and took it out there for us. We help one another. So I'm 15 minutes down the road. These guys have a problem. I'm going to come and help them out. Hey, Naj, good to see you. I like to catch them, but not clean them. I am learning how to fillet them. I'm getting better, but honestly, sometimes I just like cut the head off or cook the head, wrap it in foil, cook it, and then just peel it right off the bone. I do scale them first, and I didn't know this, but if you pour boiling water over it, the skin will just pull off. I did not know that. I saw it in a video. A YouTube video, of course. Misty was amazing with the trailer. Misty, I was behind her because we wanted someone behind her just in case it was, you know, something happened. And there was a couple of times that she was passed by a vehicle or just caught a wind, and that thing was just rocking. And I can tell you, I would have freaked out if that would have been me. And the fact that she just pulled that off, dumped the trailer, I will tell you this, the park, when you haul it and you strap it down, you put it in neutral so that it doesn't break that pin, that the gears or whatever. So like when it rocks, it doesn't break that. I don't know what it's called, a drive pin, whatever. So we've got it in neutral. We try to put it in park and it's kind of sticky going into park. Everything is getting broke in. Let's put the tailgate down, and that UTV started rolling, and there's like 5 of us trying to catch it from going down the drive. And you know what? I'm just saying, there's something else coming. There's something else big coming. But you never catch that on video. You ever notice that? Nobody's ever recording when the good stuff is happening. Oh man, it was crazy. I love fishing. I don't like eating fish. I'm a catch and release kind of girl. Absolutely. If you catch a fish and you injure it, you should eat it so that you're not wasting its life. But other than that, I'm totally cool with catch and release. Absolutely. Check out Cole and Jay for freshwater fish info. Catch, clean, and cook. Awesome. I do eat the fish. Yeah, I do eat fish. QQQ, how is Maddie? Maddie has been, she's had a lot of fresh air the last couple of days and a lot of running around. Today she had a little visitor, and so she is resting. Even my loud voice makes her hyper. And even with my loud voice, she is, she's tired. My daughter came out yesterday to celebrate Easter with me. She actually brought me a Easter basket. We put little Lego things together. It was a fun visit. I call it CPR, catch, photo, and release. Absolutely. CPR, catch, photo, and release. My daughter worked in a resort for a few years, had to learn to fillet fish for the customers. How cool would that be? It's part of your job to do it all. And when you do something repetitive like that, like you learn it, you get good at it. Yeah. Oh man. I think I'm caught up, guys. It says Patty, you go, girl. I don't know what's going on. I am absent for sure that day. Oh, yeah. So I did let Patty use my fishing pole, and I was showing her how to cast and reel it in. So she has done that. We didn't catch one, but she was at least fishing. And I know she wouldn't have taken it off the hook, but um yeah. Johnny, do you know anything about taking floor sliding seat trolleys off a Sienna van, or what kind of mechanic would do that sort of thing? Floor sliding seat trolleys off. I would actually, in order to make an educated answer, I would have to actually look that up. If you send an email to midwestvanbuilders@gmail.com, right there, send that question to me, and I'm going to look at that and see how hard it is and get back with you. And then we'll see if we, depending on what state you're in, I mean, I may not be able to, a local mechanic should do it. Some of these old mechanics that have been doing this for 50 years, they'll tackle anything. So send me an email with your van and the seat question, and I'll see if I can do some research on that. I love fishing. I usually fish for trout. Absolutely. Question. One of Mimo, I had a question about needing to buy a new van, which is better, ProMaster or Transit? So I'm going to say that it's really client specific. There's things about the ProMaster that are good, and there's things about the Transit that are good. I will say, I have a ProMaster. Patty has a ProMaster. Les and Bernadette has a ProMaster. Bev has a ProMaster. Les and Bernadette are actually buying the new one, the super high one. There's things about the ProMaster and the Transit that we like better about each one of them. Most of my likes lean me towards the ProMaster. If you were getting the Transit all-wheel drive and you're not real tall, you're not going to hit your head going out the door, there's things about that are good. About the Transit, I love the fact that when you're sitting in the swivel seat in the passenger side, that you swivel it around and your feet touch the ground. That, to me, is a game changer. The windows on the Transit roll all the way down. The ProMaster stop halfway, and that bar is in the way. So those are kind of things that are irritating, but not deal breakers. There are some known issues supposedly with the ProMaster transmission. No one here, we haven't had any issues with them. I don't know how hard these people are running their vans. I don't know how heavy these vans are that are having the transmission problems. But I like them both. There are definite different reasons to both. I can tell you, as far as like mounting a gray tank underneath the van, ProMaster is easier than Transit. There's just different things. The Transit, the side of the wall, I think I showed you this one of the shows before. This wall up here, where the front of the van's here, that wall right there on the Transit, that is such a solid, heavy gauge of steel. You can't even drill through it. So God forbid anything happened to you, but that is a huge protection right there. The ribs in the ProMaster, these ribs right here, pain in the butt. I hate them being there. That's where that van comes together, where they've got that seam on the outside. That's a pain in the butt. The Transit doesn't have that. It's just a solid wall going across there. Transit puts their stinking wires on the outside of the wall. So you've got a frame all the way down the wall. The wires are in the way. You can't cut them. There's 50 of them coiled together for the brakes, for the lights, for the blah, blah, blah alarm. So you can't cut them. You can't disconnect them. I can't. You might be able to take it to a Ford dealer and get that done. You should check out the Transit versus the Ram video. Absolutely. Lesson Bernadette, Lesson Bernadette does not have a VIN number. Robin Jan, loving our ProMaster since 2020, full-time for almost 2 years now. Absolutely. Full-time 2 years. And they've got a bunch of videos on all kinds of stuff that they've done to theirs. So check those out too. Now says she loves ProMaster. Woo woo. Yep. Just got to have the right tool. Yes. Yeah. Mid-roof. Yeah. I will say, like the Transit Connect, I would love to build one of those out. Matter of fact, there's a couple people on the channel that have them, and like I would love a small van like that to build out and really like dial that in, just like Humble Road. Humble Road has that dialed, I mean dialed in. Thank you, Kaylee, for dropping that. We have heavy salt, the roads here too. The diesel heater under the ProMaster seat in the Transit. Stephanie, how did you manage that? I'll tell you what. Lorena, hello. How are you doing, my friend? I'll tell you what. One of these days I might do it, but installing the diesel heater under the passenger seat is a task. And I don't want to say it's not doable. It's 100% doable. Everybody, there's all kinds of people that do them. But when I was by myself and I had nothing to jack the van up on, and I was nervous about, like, what if I can't get it in? And it is so easy there's so many places in a van build that you can put your diesel heater. It just wasn't worth it to me to go through all of that. And I'm telling you, I know of very few people, very few, honestly, two, that haven't installed a diesel heater that hasn't had a problem. So if you install that under your seat and something does happen, like, that's a hassle to switch that out. And it's inevitable. These things build up soot and soot, and you're gonna have issues with them. So yeah, I'd be afraid of the fumes and lighting my butt up. There's no fumes. There's no fumes. All the exhaust, the intake is all outside. It's all outside. Turtles are awesome. Oh, we're talking about turtles. What? I have a Transit Connect XLT engine, turned 210,000 and needs major engine work. And I don't know if you brought that brand new. I don't know how that person drove it, you know, how hard they were on it before you got it. These vehicles, I mean, they're going to have issues. Now, when you talk about major work, that might be a little more than major. I'm not sure what all's going on, but hot crossed buns. Tawanda, good to see you in here. I'm putting my diesel heater behind the driver's seat to be able to service it. Absolutely. I put Lesson Bernadette's behind the driver's seat. The one that I'm building out now, the Transit that I'm building out now, will be behind the driver's seat, behind that bulkhead. Van Life Plus has had so many diesel heater issues. I know they have issues. And like Patty has had hardly zero. She had a cracked fuel filter. Probably I had it at a pretty good angle in there. You know, you put stuff in and out of your van. You know, the way it was set up, maybe not the best. That was my second diesel heater install, I think. Second or third. And but she has no problems. Sorry, Patty, I hope you don't have. And Patty, if you want something tested, give it to Patty, because she like we all know that Box Van D always talks about how, like, electronics, she just has trouble all the time with electronics. She can take it new out of the box and have a problem with an electronic. Patty tends to be that way with some items. So if you really want to test something, Give it to Patty. And she hasn't had any issues with her diesel heater. Les and Bernadette's, it's blowing a lot of black smoke. They keep getting a fuel error. I think we're just going to do a whole new heater install for them. But you could literally install 7 of them for the price of the Webasto. So, and it's not like you got to change the tank out all the time. Not like you got to change the filter out. If something goes wrong with your heater, you change that out and the control, because they're linked, and that's it. And I'm gonna say easy peasy. I know there's people who are like, yeah, it's easy for you. It's not bad. From the EK, we have the equivalent of the ProMaster. It's great. Tanya and Sarah, thank you. Tanya, welcome here. Hi to Sarah as well. Thank you guys for being here. Ford Man is in the house trying to show some love and support both YouTube channels. Ford Man, you rock. You rock. I have a Wave 6 propane heater. Those are those square ones. They're kind of silver color. A lot of people will mount them on a swing arm. That's the Wave 6. It's propane heater. I think the diesel heater is overkill for the Transit Connect. I will agree with that. I will agree with that. Caframo makes a low power electric ceramic heater that is plenty warm for Indiana winters. I will agree 100% that depending on the square foot that you have, a diesel heater could be overkill. And here's why. These diesel heaters are not made to just turn on low and warm it up. If you don't run these things as high as you can, you're going to build up that soot in there, and you're going to be replacing your heater every season. And chances are it's going to go out on you when you most need it. So I would, but again, a electric ceramic heater, I'm going to guess, if you tell me that that's under 500 watts an hour, I would love a link. And at 500 watts an hour, like that's a lot. That's a lot. I would do an electric blanket and you know, another heat source, whether it's a Mr. Buddy. I'm telling you what, I've got the 3500 extended. This is the longest ProMaster. And when I turn my Mr. Buddy heater on, I can turn it on for, I bet you 15 minutes when it's 30 degrees outside and heat it up in here. I need a heater for my Ford Econoline E150. Absolute. Yep. Go small. An E150, I would even think about that small Mr. Buddy, honestly. And it's a wet heat. I get it. It's a wet heat. I 100% get it. But what are your options? A diesel heater, you're going to cook. You're going to cook in an E150. You're going to build the soot up. It's going to go out. You're going to be replacing it. And then you got a 4-inch hole in the bottom of your van. You've got an electric heater. It's going to suck your power. An E150, I don't know what kind of power bank you've got. Even if you had a Blue Eddy AC300, it's not enough for a ceramic heater to keep you warm overnight, to run it on low overnight. It's just not enough. So I have a 12-volt electric blanket. Most of us that are doing van life now, when you're in those cold climates, I got mine right here. Here's the cord. Maddie's laying on it. I have an electric blanket. It's open.
We need the diesel heater outside the pool.
What? I'm getting invaded. What? I'm getting invaded, guys.
We're told we need the diesel heater.
We're invading. That is Mark Wolf, Les, and Bernadette. They're raiding me. They said they need a diesel heater. That's funny. Where did you get your electric blanket? I got mine off of Amazon. Actually, Kelly ordered it for me, kind of like I'm going to Arizona. She got it for me so that, actually even here. And I run mine off of you guys see this all the time. It's up on my bed. I run it off my baby Jackery. And then I know that I am not going to run my house battery down overnight, running my electric blanket. That's the power I've got, and it's enough. It's enough. I use 12-volt electric throw and run the van for 15 minutes if it's too cold. Absolutely. It's amazing how fast your van heater will heat up this small space. Pop, pop, and insulate as much as you can. And put a rug on your hardwood floor or your linoleum, whatever floor you have, put a rug down in the winter for sure. In the summer, get rid of the rug so you can walk on a cold floor. I'm telling you, you come up with a way to heat your floor in van life without a floor heater, golden, golden. That's gonna be your moneymaker, better than Velcro. Maybe not better than Velcro. You're awake and doesn't heat it up hot. Hey everyone, good to see you. I got my electric blanket when I am not on shore power. I use my Blue Eddy. Absolutely. Okay. Caframo is a Canadian brand, and their electric heaters runs $100 US, built-in thermostat, 3 settings, 600, 900, 1500 watts. So if you have the power bank that I have, it's a 2000 watt hour, 2072 maybe, 2000 watt hour battery, 2000. You're going to get about 1700 watt hours out of that. That means on the lowest setting possible, you can only run that heater for 3 hours and you're going to kill your house battery. That's what I'm talking about with the smaller heaters. Now, those are fantastic when you're on shore power and you want to use something in conjunction with that, because 500 watts is good. You could use your induction cooktop and cook supper. When I want to cook, I got to turn my electric heater off. I can't run them both together. So 600, 900, 1500 is good if you're on shore power. If you asked a question and I was talking and I missed your question, please re-put that question in. Go ahead and do that now so I make sure I got it. I technically used it on one trip. I let it drain until all the water was out, I guess. It worked until I emptied it. Watched a Prime video. They did the same thing, had no idea. Yeah. And Annette, we'll still see if we can't walk you through that. It seemed to be some sort of a gas additive. I'll have to look. I have the candle heater. She's exactly right. And for me, it works. There are people out there, and she's not gonna mind. Patty is very, she's little, and she has to be warm. Like, people that when they get cold, it just aches their body, and it does me too. That's how it is. Now I use, and I have one here, I use like a little candle. I like them better if they've got 3 or 4 wicks. I just happen to have this one. And I've got a little windscreen that I put around it, a pan on top of it. Patty Augustine came up with that. We kind of like tweaked it together while we were in California. And I'm telling you, like when I'm in the van and I'm cold and I don't want to run my Mr. Buddy or whatever, and I just want to have it a nice temperature, I do that and I'm fine with that. I like I can get it up in the high 60s, low 70s in here. But my van roof, look, my bed, look how high, I'm on top of my bed and I've got about, I think this is like 32 inches, maybe 34. So he rises. So, and that's one of the reasons I did it like this, is all that storage underneath it and to stay warm in the winter. And I'm telling you what, that floor, it's a good 15 degrees colder than up here. Like right now. Oh, not right now. It's 74 up here. It's 71 down on the floor. It's not a good example because it's beautiful here in Missouri right now. While we're talking about the weather, all of you guys, it happened again. There's been a lot of people checking on us here in Missouri because we've had some bad storms. Thank you guys so much for your concern, for your prayers, for your well wishes. Kelly and I are fine. The first one storm went north of us. One storm, it was hitting hard here at the campground. We went home. We hunkered down at home. So we had no damage. The campground here had no damage. So blessings, blessings, blessings. Let me catch up here. I do have an electric blanket, and I have a Blue Eddy 600 watts. Again, 600 watts, right? So you got a 600 watt Blue Eddy. You're probably going to get about 450, maybe 460 out of it. So, you know, you got to be real guarded on what you use. But electric blanket, definitely, definitely. And me and Maddie crawls underneath that electric blanket with me, and we're good. I mean, we're good. I had it on last night for a short period, turned it back off. I had blankets on top of it. It held that heat for quite some time. Let me catch up here, guys. I'm going to get a drink. All of you guys that are Patreon members, that are channel members, supporting the channel, helping me do what I can do here, giving back to you guys. Thank you so much. Here's a thank you. All right, guys, thank you so much to those of you supporting the channel like that. All of you guys that spend your Tuesday night with me and watching my videos. I appreciate every one of you guys on every level. Question. How often do a cigarette lighter blow a fuse? I had that issue before. How often does a cigarette lighter blow a fuse? Okay, a cigarette lighter typically are 10 amps. It's a 10 amp fuse in there. So if you run it at 10 amps for like a constant period, you're going to blow that fuse. If you start something and it surges above 10 amps, it's going to blow that fuse. If that cigarette lighter adapter is connected to an unstable wire, whether it's gauged too small, whether it's maybe it's got an exposure to metal, like when you're driving, those wires, they rub. An exposure to metal will blow that fuse. A surge overpowering it, a short in the wire, those undersizing your wire, those fuses are to protect that wire, to protect your appliance, whatever it is. If it keeps blowing, if you've got a cigarette lighter, you use it, and it keeps blowing, something is wrong, and you need to start at the fuse, work your way down, and find that, because those are the things that can cause a problem. If you pull that out and it's real hot, they will get hot. But I'm talking about like extreme heat, you can't touch it. Something's wrong with that cord. Otherwise, a cord with a 10 amp fuse, I've got items in the van with those cigarette lighter cords. They're 2.5 years old, have the same fuse in them. Those fuses blow because it's a protection, like a fault. So look for something going on with that wire. Was so close at what was so close at the new property? Guys, let's talk about the new property real quick, and then we'll go back to your van questions. Guys, we got an excavator out there. His name is Zeb. He is amazing. We love him. Good boy. I mean, he's 28 years old. He's a good old boy. We keep changing our mind on things. He just, whatever you want. So he has got a ton of area cleared out. You guys saw my video Sunday, that he's got double or triple that cleared out now. You pull all that. I mean, it's a not a forest, but it's 100% woods practically, except for the lake. So today he decided, he had a helper out there, and he decided that the weather was good enough that he was going to burn the debris, burn it. So the helper had a little puppy with him. The little puppy got loose and came down the hill to where we were at. I grabbed the puppy because we were going to, Les and Bernadette were going to leave, blah, blah, blah. I grabbed the puppy. I was going to go up the hill and talk to Zeb. I start climbing the hill and the woods are on fire. Now, I will tell you, y'all saw my poison ivy. I got 9 million scratches, cuts, ticks. We have been raking leaves, trying to clean up what we can. This is a woodland area that hasn't been touched in probably 10 years. The ground is a bed of dry leaves. The fire was in multiple areas, just creeping up the woods. I ran back down the hill. I threw this little puppy at Bernadette and I said, the woods are on fire, get Les. And I got the rake and I took off up the hill. And we're trying to rake the leaves apart from the rest of them. These two boys are throwing, like trying to scoop dirt on it. He's on the phone calling for water. And I'm telling you what, Les and Bernadette come up the hill. Somebody else was out there, came up the hill. We're like all working together, trying to get this fire out, scared to death that the entire 15 acres plus were going to go up in flames. So obviously the woods burn, or the leaves burn, and then but I'm telling you, the amount of dead, fallen branches and debris everywhere in those woods are unbelievable. Me, Les, and Bernadette, we were doing, we wanted to clear an area way up at the top of the mountain, up the hill, and it was a triangle. We cleared a huge area, swept it all in so that there was no chance of the surrounding area catching fire. We stood up there for until it was basically nothing. It was, I'm telling you what, it was scary. I thought it was so scary, guys. So I literally thought our entire property was I thought it was going to be burned. If you're not included to make a candle heater yourself, inclined, check out UCO Candelier. Amazon sells them. Use the beeswax candles. So cool. So cool. Somebody was talking about that, the beeswax, and then like maybe soy or something is another good one. Question. Oh yeah, got that. The puffer blankets do keep the body heat in. Cool. I've got a fleece blanket that I like. I actually made it. I like it. Smash the thumbs up. It'll keep your heart warm. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for the thumbs up. YouTube, for some reason, likes it when you guys give me a thumbs up. So how much burned? Honestly, it wasn't a lot. So it kind of went probably, like 30 feet up the hill one way, probably 50 feet up the middle, maybe 50 feet from the fire. So it was like literally just multiple areas. And he ran down the hill, got his shovel, ran back up, was throwing dirt on it. Then he ran down the hill, switched out the buckets that were on his tractor, brought the scoop back up, and he started scooping dirt and just dumping dirt on the fire. The problem is, and around the existing fire, because we had a huge fire, not we, the excavators, had a huge fire going. So he started putting like a dirt mound all around the existing fire. And before they left, he took multiple scoops of dirt and put it on top of that fire. And hands down, Zeb, he's a good guy. I have no doubt. He said, Maybe I'll bring my boy out here if it's okay to fish. Hands down, he's coming back out to fish and make sure that that is not still smoldering. Um, and then the pumper truck got there and they sprayed water on the big fire. They sprayed water on it and then dumped more dirt on top of it. So I'll tell you what, I'm not kidding you. If the four of us didn't run up that hill and help him, it would not have been contained, because those two boys, there's no way. It was going crazy. Oh, important job. I thought Patty was watching the dogs. And yeah. I'm missing some. I'm going to add firefighter to my resume. I'll tell you what, I was doing something the other day. Oh, a bunch of plumbing out here at the campground. And I said, I need to add RV repair person to my resume, because I've been fixing plumbing for since January. And I said, I need to add this to my resume. And she is hands down correct. I wanted to be a fireman for a day. And I feel like I got it, except I didn't get to ride in the fire truck. Oh man, how did you get it out? Oh yeah, we were raking the fire. We were raking the fire away from the rest of the woods, because the leaves, I mean, it's like a wick. It's like a wick. The leaves start on fire and the leaves are touching one another. So it's like a wick. It just feeds up the mountain. So we got above the fire and started raking it back towards us. Needless to say, everyone came back to camp for a shower. A water pump and long hoses. Yep, water from the lake. They actually brought a truck up there. That would have been a good idea. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Fire suppression system is now on the list. And I will tell you guys, we have talked about it, and all of us, the number one reason is the ticks, because I retrieved 13 of them on my body yesterday. Maddie had 3. So our woodlands are 16 ticks shy of what it was the day before. But clearing all that, the leaves and the down trees, and getting it all clear, we are 100% gonna do that. Now, is it going to take us forever? Yes. But we are going to get that cleared out. We are not going to have this issue again. And when we're out there and we have a fire, like we would never have that kind of fire like they had. We just wouldn't. Seed ticks. Yep, I hate ticks. Guys, I'm afraid I'm going to lose some subscribers if we get on the subject of ticks again. But I was filling up a bottle with them so that they couldn't escape. I had them in a bottle, then I put the bottle in a Ziploc baggie. Now the bottle is in the dumpster, because I'm done. I'm telling you, I'm done with ticks. But Les and Bernadette have been wearing boots, and I do believe that they are onto something. Crazy this happened. I just came from California, fire country. Yes. Some type of bilge pump. We're going to do a pump. We're going to do a pump and a holding tank up on the landing area. So that's not going to be an issue. I got a bite right there. Them ticks just tore me up. The other thing, guys, this is so exciting. And I'm going to tell you guys here, I know there's a lot of people that watch the live streams afterwards. I'm not going to say a lot of them watch 49 minutes into the live stream. But the other cool thing is we are getting right now, we were going to do it down the road. Zeb is doing it right now for us. We are going to have multiple campsites out there. Also talk to the electrician, and he's going to put several 20 amp, 30 amp so that when you come and camp there, we'll have several sites with power on it. So this time next week, I will have campsites on my property, boondocking, available, and it's going to be a way that will help me earn a little bit of money. So I'll probably charge like $10 or $15 a night, which for the lake and I mean, it's just amazing out there. I feel like that's a pretty good price. You guys can tell me in the comments if you think that's too high. Once we get power out there, the electric sites will be a little bit more, but again, just reimbursing. I'm just trying to, trying to get ahead, or get even, something like that. Tick Acres RV Park, Tick Acres RV Park. We're not calling it Tick Acres RV Park. That's a great price, good price. It sounds reasonable. Thank you guys. That's what I hope. And again, I'm going to tell you, when one of you guys contact me and you're like, hey, I'd love to come and camp. It's going to be so hard for me to take money from you guys. But people that like are on Harvest Host and they need a place, we're right off of 67. We're not 5 minutes off of 67. So it's going to be a golden site. $20 is what Bev and Misty charge for boondocking, and they don't have a stocked pond. Right? A Harvest Host recommends $20 in purchases. Absolutely. Yeah. We'll have to see. I'm like, I can't wait. I can't wait. It is going to be so neat. Just had a block artist in my heart from the backside. Thanks for all the prayers. Awesome. So Bill, they got you all good now? They stent that or something? Yes, get the knee-high ones, Darcy. Get some high boots. Yep, don't worry, Johnny. Patty will take the money. I know, right? Patty's so good to me. She's like, I'll talk to him. You're awesome and give so much to the community. $10 is very reasonable. Hip camp, you should do. I just did that this past weekend. Hip camp. I'll have to look at that. Gift shop on the property. There you go. I'm gonna get some. I'll get some swag, and you guys can come and purchase that. I ordered some hats, and we're gonna see how they turn out. And unfortunately, the hats are crazy expensive. I did order some pink ones. I believe I owe some people some pink ones, so I can't wait to show them off. But those are expensive. I think I'm bleeding again. I've like been bleeding all week. I've got Les and Bernadette came up the hill, and they looked at me and they're like, "Are you okay?" I was like, yeah, what's up? My entire face over here, right here, was full of blood. I got smacked in the face by a tree or something, and I have been bleeding for 2 days. I'm like, don't touch me. I've got blood everywhere. New hats, pink hats, I do. They're not new. They're the same. They're the same hats that I had in Arizona. They're just some different colors. That's it. I love my hat. Van hair, don't care. Absolutely. Kathy, you've got a shirt coming too. Your shirt's coming. And guys, hopefully you guys are, I don't know how many people are. There's 3 people that I ordered shirts on February 22nd. They were in production, and it said shipped. One of the people reached out to me and said, hey, I never got my shirt. So I got onto Spring. I sent them a message, and she had hers about 3 days later. Now, when I order them, it takes about 2 weeks. So I don't know what they did, but they like overnighted, I think, hers to her. So there was 2 other people. I know Bill was one, and I can't think of I think Desert Deb was the other one. So Desert Deb, Bill, if you got your shirts, leave me a comment below, because it was crazy. February 22nd, they were ordered. She got hers probably about 3 days ago. Simply C, she's still looking for names. So far, we've been calling it the landing. We have been calling it the landing. We are all just landing there. I kind of like it, the landing, but definitely, if you guys can think of something, the Midwest Van Builders shop is going to be up there. There's going to be some campgrounds. I would love a cool name. Like, that's so cool. Even if we just named the RV part of it, where I'm going to have the campground, that would be cool as well. Johnny's Journey need to add a helmet to your hazmat suit. I know that. I know that. I still have my red hat you sent me a while back. That's so cool, Kenneth. I actually have seen it in a video before. My phone is dying. Still at dinner. Enjoy your dinner. I hope you're having steak. I had peanut butter and jelly. I went running over there. I said, guys, open this for me. They're like, what's wrong? It was a jar of jelly. I couldn't get it open. It's all sticky. And Mark was like, I thought something was on fire again. Oh my goodness. Fun times. Just fun times. I was going to tell you, oh, guys, look at this. I thought we could do this on my stream. When I was coming home from Arizona, we found a Buc-ee's. I've never been to a Buc-ee's. We went in, and of course, I got Kelly a t-shirt and something, and we got gas, whatever. And I got beaver nuggets. Beaver nuggets. And I thought I would eat them on the live stream, kind of share them with you guys. Of course, the live stream's almost over. But if you've had beaver nuggets, put it in the chat, put it in the comments below. Beaver nuggets. I can't believe I'm eating it. I can't get it open. All right, close your eyes. Maddie's awake. Maddie's awake, and she's like, I want beaver nuggets. All right, box. Those are so good. Here we go. Here we go. It is like, what is that? Like a puff? Okay. Those are sweet. It's caramel. Sea salted caramel. They're addictive. Look at that. Look at that. It's a sea. Come on and eat me. I don't think I can eat these on the live stream. They're too crunchy. Like Cracker Jacks. You're right. I don't think there's any nuts in here, though. No, there's no nuts in here. Thank God I ate them before they went stale. They're sticky. They're sticky. How about camping? Camping journey. How about camping journey? Question. Give some ideas to people. Maybe Johnny will give a shirt or the winning name for the land. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, we'll do that. A new substitute for marshmallows. Never heard of beaver nuggets in New Jersey. Well, we've got people coming to the meetup. Gracie's going to be coming from the south. Maybe she can grab us a couple of bags. Maybe, I don't know. And we'll have them at the meetup. How cool would that be? Mark, enjoy your time with your family. I need the address. I need the address of the property. If you need the address of the property, I will send it to you. But I had to call 911 coordinator today because my address is shared with the previous owner because it used to be his land. S'mores Landing. S'mores Landing. No doubt. No doubt. Where and when is the meetup? The meetup is September 15th, 16th, and 17th. If you're a Patreon member, it is the 18th as well for you guys. And just a kind of like a one-day thing for you guys. At Fred Rock Glamp Ground in Fredericktown, Missouri. And you can sign up by just emailing. I'm choking on a beaver nut. You can email me I think I'm choking on a beaver nut. Remember that one live stream that Johnny did where she almost died on TV? All good, all good. I think I got it. Um, oh, they're laughing at them for not thinking she can eat them in a live stream. She seems to be working it. I know, right? I know, right? They're addicting. Um, so wish I could make the meetup. I know it will be a blast. It is so much fun. It is so much fun. So September 15th, 16th, 17th, Patreons get the 18th. And you can, it's $50 for all weekend. And I'm telling you, we give all kinds of stuff away. There's games, there's prizes, there's the lake down here. If you don't have a place to stay and you want to come, there's 2 teepees. There is a camper that's made out like a daisy. It's amazing. And there's a ton of tent camping. You can stay in your car, pop a tent, come up. It is an amazing time. It's amazing time. It is 9 o'clock. I'm not going to go over because I'm going to go visit with Mark Wolf. He's going to be heading back to New York, and I'm going to go say hi to those guys. We're going to, I think, play some Rummy Cube, and I may or may not share my beaver nuggets with them. Oh, my goodness. Food too. If the fire don't get you, the beaver nuts will. I know, right? No kidding. All right. Love Tuesday Night Live. Good night, all. I wish you all good. Thanks for the live stream, Johnny. Night, guys. Have a good week. We'll see you guys next Tuesday.